is round number 11 of the competition. It shapes up to be an absolute beauty. Baulkham Hills will be defending the right of screen, and Castle Hill RSL Rockets defending the left of screen. So here we go. Nicholas Kutniak with you with this one. Dave McDonald having a well-earned break. I say well-earned, he's on the Gold Coast. Anyway, away we go, we're underway. Hawkins played it back and it goes towards here Bowery, and he will have possession once again. Bowery will utilise the left here in Jamison. And Marcus will cut it inside. Again, it's Bowery who goes across the face. Ball goes out and will be a throw. The wind, of course, coming towards the grandstand side of the venue. As Bowery loses possession. Couldn't do much with it. Palestina, that was Pat Palestina. It's just been turned over. Ball comes back here to this left-hand side. It's Jamison. Now Bowery. Zan. Back to Bowery. Jamison on halfway. It was beaten there, Scalone, as the ball was played back there from Collins. And now from Zan. Mohammed. And Mohammed utilises here his man on the right. And now they come back towards Jamison. Jamison will work it across the face. It's played on there from Paneka. Paneka has possession again. And now Baulkham Hills going forward here. Ball to Jamison. It's a nice touch there from Hanley. It's worked in. Hanley again in position, but it's played out. It will be a corner. By the way, I thought that I've been in colder places, but at the moment I think this is the coldest we've been all year. It is absolutely chilling. The wind's coming straight towards our heads. It is a cold afternoon. And I said before to our camera operator Luca that there's a chance that my headset will fall off. By the way, there's a bloke walking past us that I think I know. Anyway, goes back in position here. This is Baulkham Hills. Ball worked on there from Hardy. Comes back. And again, was pierced in by Bowery, but couldn't do much with it. And now the Rockets trying to have possession here. Foul called. So set piece about 25 yards from goal. So the ball is worked across to the left. Jamison near the goal line, worked it in. Was chipped across there at the end via Hanley, but couldn't do much with it. Ball drops back now. And once again, it will be Palestina. And Palestina worked it on, and at the end, overshooting Leo Scalone. He was looking for the run, but he couldn't get to it. Do mind you, it wasn't chipped in the right direction either. So Baulkham Hills having possession here on the right wing. Being turned over, but foul call by the referee in charge. Hills Premier League football on Facebook, and every match of the day live at 3 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon. In the men's competition, women's on a Sunday. Scalone trying to work it back inside. Now onside here. He's getting a cross back in, but it's cleared away first time. We had a chance there, Rob Palestina, but just couldn't really do much with the ball. Was losing it was Hanley. It's being won at the ends. Nice stuff by Nor. And Dowd. It was a deft touch. They couldn't find Scalone. He came back for it nicely. Collins is Jamison. And now they're building again. Hanley. I thought he was offside, but he's onside according to the linesman. Now Hanley needs support here. Will have to pierce it wide. Does so. Ball turned back in towards Bingham. At the end, too much petroleum on that ball and it goes out for a throw. So the Rockets on the back foot here in the early stages. In some respects, I think Baulkham Hills have shown that they are probably the more likely out of the two, but in saying that, they've had one chance, the Rockets, as now it's Collins, and Collins works into the mix. That was chipped on there at the end by Steve Watkins, but the save is made by the goalkeeper in Castanedi for the Rockets. But Baulkham Hills trying to use their chances as Scalone works it back. Across the face there was Overton. Ball drops back here. Played across the face. As it goes to halfway. It was chipped beautifully there by Palestina Rob. But it comes back here for Mohammed. It makes the save. So now, chance looming here. It's been turned over. Hanley. Goes out for a throw. Drops to halfway. And it'll be a throw going the way of the Rockets. Nearly losing possession. Scalone had to play it back. Anthony Castanedi. Castanedi has it here. He's got Overton on his right. So again, it will be Overton this time with possession, but too much on it. Should have been with him with possession, but couldn't control. There'll be another throw here for Baulkham Hills. Arctic conditions here at Valentine Sports Park as a push was called and the foul will be given to the chagrin there of Sean Overton. So Stuart Collins wants to take the set piece. Score here 0-0. Rockets up against Baulkham Hills. Borco know how important the win is today in the context of their season as it's worked on from Collins to set piece. And we'll try to get across now. The ball spilled out of Castanedi's hands. Thought a foul was coming, but wasn't. Still, it's alive here for Baulkham Hills. And this is where we see Bowery. Bowery works it to the right. Now, here's a shot there by Hardy, but it was deflected. And straight away, it's still in the favour here of Baulkham Hills. But it's worked on to the right side. And again, you can see how, as play continues here, they have to clear this. At the end, they clear it for a corner, but the wind basically took that. The Rockets couldn't have any answer on that. And we'll see yet another corner heading the way of Baulkham Hills. So corner to be taken here. 0-0 at the home of Hills football on Saturday footy. Nicholas Kutniak with you today, filling in for Dave McDonald. As Collins works it into the mixer. Top of the box, the header came down, but it was going past the goal line for a goal kick. So now we'll be to the left side. Goes back to Baulkham Hills with Zan. Jamison. Oh, trying to get a touch on there was Collins. That's a good ball, Collins, but at the end, Watkins can't get to it. It's rolled down by Castanedi. Played across the face. That's now Overton. Good ball line, but at the end couldn't find Scalone in the right area. Bowery, and then it's been turned over. Let's go Palestina, and he lost possession, and now it goes back in favour of Bowery. Trying to work it up the line, but it was played down quickly via Overton. Both sides still trying to fill each other out in some respects, as again it's Palestina wearing the gloves today, a wise option. Luke is saying yes, he agrees. Our camera up as this is Overton in the shape of Connor. A work back to Sean Overton. And then back in the middle here. It's good work there via Meza. Nico Meza, of course, also got the gloves on today. As Terranova played it back, and it was worked up the line here. Eventually going to Overton Connor. Fast stick, it's headed out, and will be a corner. He had no other option there, Kurt Perry. So corner coming the way of the Rockets. Wind has sort of died down for at least 10 seconds. We say at least 10 seconds. We know that that's going to probably change in another 15 seconds or thereabouts. Don't forget you can get your comments via the Facebook page. Corner fired in. Again, bouncing everywhere, and they won't even have possession here. We'll go out for a throw in the shape of Baulkham Hills. It's a bit of a scrappy game, isn't it? Some respects. As I said, still trying to find each other or fill each other out. I said before that I thought that was Baulkham Hills that were probably the better side. They probably had more of the possession, but the Rockets are shortly showing why they deserve to be in the top four of the competition as save is made. As Kurt Perry has it. Bowery, he's been good. Nor is on him, but Bowery works it back, and Perry found support. As now it's Griffiths. Played from Paneka. He has it again, Paneka. Well, here they go again with Perry. And now Hanny. The ball was worked into the middle again. It was headed down. It's been turned over again for Baulkham Hills. And the ball goes to the right side. It's a chance looming here for Hardy, but again, it's a no-go. As now it's the Rockets' turn. Well, he's offside for sure by a mile. Rob Palestina. So as you can see, we're broadcasting from the grandstand side of the ground. There is forecast for rain at some point. You can hear the chill factor here. Wouldn't matter what gantry you're in, you're just going to be freezing your so-and-sos off. And I hope you're enjoying the coverage here on Hills Premier League Football Facebook as it's headed once again to halfway. Connor Overton works in the middle. was touched on there by Terranova. Is now, it's an opportunity looming. The shot's in. Aidan Noor makes it 1-0. In the middle of all that as well was a lovely pass. Terranova, Polestina. I'll speak of Rob Polestina at the end. It was Aidan Noor. It's one of Castle Hill RSL Rockets. They're such a great side to watch, aren't they? What we're seeing today of the Rockets. As now it's time for Baulkham Hills to start using the possession they've had. Ball drops back to Zan, and Zan plays it across the face. And then from Paneka, Perry's there. And up the line once again, finding Watkins to the right side of Hardy. And the ball is touched off and will be a throw once again for Baulkham Hills. Noor scoring that goal before. Be great to see that replay, the way he was able to shift it to the left and beat the keeper on the keeper's right. But the Baulkham Hills side trying something here on the right. Ball played on by Bowery. Drops down for Jamison, who had to chest it down. And Jamison again looking to work it into the outer box. It was played off that man in Scalone. And it will be a throw hitting the way of Baulkham Hills. Throw taken by Jamison. Bowery. Across the face. And again, we see the ball worked into the mixer, and the shot is over the bar. Unlucky there by Sean Henley. And the score remains here 1-0. Connor Oates. It's been turned up. Great challenge there via that man who's been dangerous today. Collins, the ball was worked into the mixer, but dropped out. Bowery trying to hold court here. Ball played back, and the challenge there by at the end. I thought that it was fair game for Polestina, but Rob Polestina calls the foul as it's played on for Jamison. He utilises his Zan. Zan goes back to Jamison, and Jamison on halfway on this left-hand wing. He works in the middle, but again, it's cleared. Ball drops to the grandstand, and it will be a throw. Throw by Jamison. Played in the middle there from Zan. Jamison, the ball's been turned over, and again, Polestina. That's a good ball too by Pasquale. At the end, young Paddy just couldn't find a target. And now goes back into favour here of Baulkham Hills. But in saying that, they will have it on halfway, but Noor had a chance to win possession, but couldn't, as the ball is worked sharply there by Bowery. It drops down to the left of Jamison, but the whistle was up for the offside. And the score remains here 1-0, I should say, in the favour of Castle RSL Rockets. Scoreboard hasn't updated. I think that's a job that we can probably get Luca to do. The scoreboard attendant on the other side of the ground. As the ball goes to halfway. Over the top there. And again, a chance looming for Polestina. And Rob can't get to it at the end. And now, again, it's the Rockets. Collins. And Collins, at the edge of the box, works it back in the middle. And again, Hardy decided to go right, but he was shut down anyway. Initially there via Dowd as The ball's been turned over. Back into favour here. Oh, Baulkham Hills as Griffiths works it to the left. Now this is Jamison back in the middle. Played on nicely there to Jamison via Collins, as Collins now has to go back and couldn't find a target. Was one down at the end via Palestina. It's been turned over again. Hardy, and then drops back, and again it goes back to Jamison, and Jamison will work it back to the right, but chasing after it there was in Palestina. But Rob couldn't get to it at the end, and it will be Baulkham Hills again with possession. And Zan. Paneka. Perry. Paneka. Bowery. Paneka. Collins. Turned over. Bingham. Oh, that's a sharp ball. It's Evans. Near the goal line. Plays it back. Rob Palestina. Again in the middle. Chance still. Drops down. Having a ping, but missing there was Scalone. Hayden Scalone at the end. He did his best, all things considered, because he was well and truly caught in an awkward position because, well, basically, it dropped down 57 times and nobody had a chance, really. As the score remains here 1-0 in the favour of the Castle Hill RSL Rockets. And as I said, it is very chilly to the point where I reckon at some point either we're going to lose our cameraman or we're going to lose my headset, one of the two. Because I know with my big frame that I'll survive. As it's chipped on there nicely via Bingham. Chance looming. The shot at the end was saved. But then the second effort and it's in. Well, that's what they do. They make you pay. And scoring the goal was Rob Palestina. And Rob has been hunting for one today, and it's 2-0 in the favour of Castle Hill RSL Rockets. So the Battle of the Hills at the moment sees the Castle Hill RSL side leading this one here at Valentine Sports Park. So again, with Bingham working it back, and you can see that there's chances looming here for another goal for the Rockets. Baulkham Hills on the attack, but looks like the Rockets are the ones who are going to hold court, even though we see Collins with a chance. He crosses it in. It's deep, and at the edge of the area again. Wanted to go ping was Hardy, couldn't. Hardy will have to reset. He'll try to cross it in. He'll have to work it back. He does so at the end. Hanley goes back to Hardy. Hardy tries to work it back in the middle. Again, it's cleared. Bingham's there. Drop down, and again, it's played from Bowery. And they'll have to reset once more here. Play back there from Meza. So the score of 2-0. Don't forget, if you've got a question, Hills Football Premier League on Facebook, where you're watching the stream now. That's where you can ask a question or two, maybe 3 or 4. As again, the ball worked across in the middle. Bingham's here onside. He takes a shot. It's 3-0. All you can say in that situation, you can let the pitcher tell the story. The Rockets, again, just caught the Baulkham Hills defence. And look at this here, the reaction. You got Collins basically having a go at his defender in Panoka. And what more can you do in that situation? The keeper was never going to stop it. 3-0 already. And it could be a night that they don't want to remember here. Baulkham Hills RSL as Collins works back. In some respects, we're about to say rinse and repeat once again. As the ball is worked up the line, it's going to be saved here by Castanidi. Castanidi again will have possession here. A game that had so much for Baulkham Hills because a win's very important, but looks like the Rockets here with the 3-0 lead might put a score and a half on as the ball drops down. It was played back there from Zan. It's on halfway. Polostina couldn't do much with it first time, but he's going to have possession again. Speak of Pascal Polostina. Pat, she likes to be known as, now it's worked across the face there from Bob Polostina, Rob I should say. First time I got it right. Scalone now has it outside the area, but it drops back, and again Zan had it. Ball worked over halfway. Mingham. Polostina. Terranova. Terranova's pass to the left. Worked up the line there from Dowd. He'll have it once more. He'll go back to Pat Polostina. There's Overton, Connor, Bingham, chest. Wants to work it forward. He works it to the right. Here's Connor again. He's going to work it in the middle. Overton won't have another chance, but it was cleared for Hanley. It will be once again. Baulkham Hills trying to mount something, but then comfortably. Bingham. And then, well, he couldn't do much nor there. And now we start to see Baulkham Hills again. Ball work back from Collins. It's Jamison across the face. 3-0 repeating. It is a comfortable lead for the RSL Rockets. Castle Hill, of course. Baulkham Hills, though, they need to lift here as it's Perry in the middle. And now Barry, it was an effort again to at least chip it forward in the right position, but again, just did not work. Just worry about this one. It's definitely gone away. Score repeating here, 3-0. 3-0 the score. As now, this is Rob Polostina. It's worked on the left and Nor. Oh, the keeper makes the save there. It was a great effort. There. As again, the flag goes up. He's offside here. Hanley. Score remains 3-0. We've got a substitution already for the Rockets. Well, I should say, in fact, for Baulkham Hills. Baulkham Hills making the sub. Baulkham Hills making the substitution. I thought the Rockets may have thought of resting a couple of players for the next game, but that's not the case, clearly. As coming on now will be in Francisco Nieto Agro. Agro on the field now, so Francisco, let's see how he goes, if he can change anything here. But Connor Overton works his way into the area. He's near the goal line, tried to cross it in. Did it touch off? No. Yes, they're going to call this a corner. At the end, it did deflect off the Baulkham Hills side, so it will be a corner here. So repeating 3-0. 3-0 is the score. So corner coming in here. And it's cleared away. Still alive. The short low there by Connor. But Connor Overton couldn't do much with it. Score remains 3-0. Repeating 3-0 for those who are watching on the stream. Of course, it does say 2, I think, still on the screen. But it is definitely 3-0 here. There's the ball. He's the favourite, Bingham again. And Papolastina trying to play it back. Ball work to Overton. Connor. Connor across the face. It was a good ball there by Terranova. It was turned over. But Palastina, Pasquale was there again. Him and Rob working together as the ball eventually goes back. It's Meza. And then worked on here from Terranova. And then Overton Connor. Connor will have possession again. That's the ball bounce though for the throw on this side of the ground. So as it's chipped into the area. Dropping down here. Scalone wanted it, but the flag was up. And it will be a Castle Hill RSL side to defend on this Baulkham Hills ball. Francesco, as I said, on the field now. Griffiths. And then Bowery. And on this left side, it's Jamison again. And Jamison outside the area needs to somehow find somebody there. That's a poor pass. You couldn't say much about that. Collins wanted it, but just didn't have enough petrol on it as it drops down. Played up the line there from Zan. As again, chipped up the line by Bingham. And on this left-hand side, we see here running Palastina. And Palastina, no save, mate. Will be another corner. As the score remains here, 3-0. Corner about to be fired in. It is. And it goes out for yet another throw. So corner to no avail in that situation. So we've got an injury here. Looks like it. Well, it's near the groin area. Bit nasty. As they take off the, or move him to the side, I should say, is the best way of describing this. Take off the injured player to the side anyway. He'll come back onto the field at the moment. And he's already calling for the ball, saying, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Yeah, the captain, he wants to be out there. Of course, I speak of here, Overton. He's Sean Overton. on this right side. Ball worked in circulation here for Hanley, but he won't get to it. Cleared away by Anthony Castanedi. And will be still possession here for Perry. And Perry utilises here. Bowery spinning around back to Perry. I think I'm giving Luca ideas about what he's having for dinner tonight. As again, it's in possession on this left-hand side. They'll have possession again here. Stuart Collins. He's told to go back to the right area to take the throw. So the throw to be taken now by Francisco. Foul called there on Bingham. Headed down there by Connor Overton. Goes out, will be a throw. So now outside the area. This to be taken by Terranova, the set piece. It's worked in to the far post. The header just couldn't find the right circulation for Scalone. So now the chance here, and it's in. And finally they've hit back. A well-deserved goal, I should say, for Jamison. And they've pulled one back. Caught napping was everybody. And all of a sudden, it's 3-1. And there's some life here. Some life for Baulkham Hills. Palestina back. Terranova. Nor. Ball will go out for a throw. On the Houses side of the venue. To see Pascal Pollicino having a chat to the referee. In fact, it will be a foul call now. Actually, looked like it's just going to be called for the ball going out for a throw, but he's called a foul. Francisco. Now they're starting to lift here. Baulkham Hills. Work to the left. Turned over, Terranova. Well, Polistena lost possession. Now it's been turned over. Another opportunity. This time it will be Collins outside the area. And Collins, can he do something here? Collins works his way in, trying to get across in, but at the end the ball goes, it hits the side netting. It will be a goal kick. 3-1 here. Rockets were on fire a couple of minutes ago. Thanks for your viewership, Joe. The last couple of minutes since, Baulkham Hills have had their chances of a goal to make it 3-1. As the wind here dies down for a couple of moments. I say a couple of moments. I'll come back in a second. It's one of those days today. Around about 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Nicholas Kutniak with you alongside Luca. Camera operator is now Palestina. Works into the slot here. Drops for Bingham. Can he have a shot? We'll say first time he's going to try to cut back. At the end, he's going to drop back for Terranova, who is going to work it back in the middle. Connor Overton, nearly beaten by Francisco, who's taken down in the area, but no PK given to the chagrin of the coaching staff. Francisco. Collins worked it back into nobody within sight, except Terranova for Castle Hill RSL, the Rockets. Ball worked to the right. Overton. And Palestina back to Overton. So, as Terranova has possession from the Meza pass, it's one of those games where the Rockets, who still in control though, Baulkham Hills have their chances and they get a foul. Hanley foul there. Halfway between the goal and the 18-yard box, or the 18-yard box and halfway, I should say, to be more accurate. Good ball there by Collins. Drops down. Nearly a chance to make it 3-2, but at the end, Jamison couldn't get a shot away. Terranova won the ball initially. Terranova has it again. Works it down the line. Now onside here as he tries to get himself back in position was Palestina. The ball did go out, but yeah, it will be a throw for Baulkham Hills. Right decision made. Ball's been turned over for Bingham and he's going to have a ping. It bounces off. Surely it's going to be a goal here to Palestinas. Well, they're offside. They're offside. Well, both Palestinas, they were looking for it. The flag went up anyway. And the score remains here 3-1 in a favour of the Rockets. So on this left-hand side, it's chipped forward there by Francisco. Overton Kind of trying to hold court but couldn't. Ball goes out for a throw. In the favour of the Rockets, Connor Overton. Headed back by Francisco. Perry played it across and then touched on there by Paneka. And now it's Griffith. Griffiths back towards Bowery. And now it's Francisco. Yeah, starting to get some momentum here. Bowery finding Hanley. Hanley taken down. It's going to be a foul. At the end, given away there by Sean Overton. Chance looming before the break. Collins found here support. Ball worked in by Bowery. Jamison can't get a clearing shot away, and there's the whistle for half time. Half time here, 3-1 in the favour of the Castle Hill Rockets on Hills Football Premier League action. Round 11 will break and come back with more. The second half is coming up shortly. We're back here for the second half, where it is currently 3-1 in the favour of the RSL Castle Hill Rockets. The Castle Hill Rockets RSL club, of course. We'll wait and see what happens here in the second half. If Baulkham Hills can somehow come back in this contest. 3-1 the score. They did score before the break, though, so anything can happen. We are underway. Ball worked on by Pascal Polistino. Found the support here on the right side. Scalone couldn't hold court there. The ball goes out for a throw. It is very cold here to the point where I forgot to wear a beanie or a hat, and I've got my jacket over the top of my head, just trying to somehow keep some sort of warmth. Let me just say, that's not going to be the case today. Bingham works it back, and there's a chance here looming. Bingham again works it to the right side. As now goes back to Pascal Polistino. Cross it to the right. Now, Scaloni tried to size it back in. The ball bounces outside of the game. Possession once more. This time for Dowd. And Dowd will work it to the left. Nor won't get to it. And it will be a throw-in for the Baulkham Hills side. So, throw to come in. Headed down initially there by Hanley. Drop back for Overton. That's Sean Overton. Ball goes to halfway. Headed down now. Control there. Good pass on by Collins. And at the end, he was nearly shoved off the ball there, Jamison. Looking for a foul, not coming, but they'll have the throw anyway. Did touch off the Rockets. As once again, Francisca works it back. Barry. And now for Perry. Perry will have possession again from the Zan pass. Been turned over Nor. Lost to Polistino. And that was, of course, Pascal Polistino. As it goes to the left. This is Jamison. And Jamison now trying to work it back in the middle. There's a chance, but Dowd's there to stop it. And Nor will now run onto this. Turned over. Shot from distance. It's wide and it's a miss. At the end, save made by Perry. Ball comes up the halfway. As Mezza works across the face. Overton Sean found support and worked back from Scalone. And up to halfway. As the ball goes out for yet another throw. Again going the way of the Rockets. Sees the opportunity looming again. Bingham. Working it back. And outside the area, it's chipped on. He's offside there, Scalone. And the flag is up. Now to this right side where it's going to be shut down. That's great work at the end by Mezza. Made sure the ball went out for a goal kick. The pressure he was putting there on Marcus Jamison was electric. Seeing the breeze here. Let's just say trees look like they're doing waves in the stands. Needless to say, it looks like the trees are making a Mexican wave. But anyway, comes down here, shut down the shot by Collins in the first place as it's played back by Henley. Then Collins into the slot. Jamison here, offside called. Offside called. And the score remains here. 3-1 in the favour of the Castle Hill Rockets. Castle Hill RSL doing it nicely at the moment here at the Valentine Sports Park. It is getting very, 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 very chilly here at Castle Hills or Valentine Sports Park between Castle Hill Rockets and Baulkham Hills. It is the Rockets leading 3-1. I tell you now, I reckon after the game, these players will be trying to find the nearest sauna. They're trying to keep warm. I reckon the sweat is even feeling cold. Headed down there by Bingham. Bingham's going to try to get to it. Work back. Bingham's going to try to get this. Touches back for Polostina. Polostina back and chipped in by Scalone. This is the chance. Again for Rob Polostina looking for the brace. Needs to chip it back in the slot. Oh, that was great work there to Stoppin and Bowery. And now Hanley will allow here Collins to have this. And he works it across to the right. And now it's Baulkham Hills looking for something here. Possession for Hardy at the end. Can't be controlled by Bowery. And now it's Nor who utilises Scalone. And now it's Polostina. Pat Polostina. Pascal Polostina is going to work it on Bingham. He's in the area now. Will he have a shot is the question. He can't. He's on the angle. Tried to cross it in. Did deflect off the Baulkham Hills side, and they'll have possession again. Borco. Hanley tries to get to it. Was stolen there by Sean Overton. Have a ping. No, he works it. Scalone back in. No, it's been shut down once again. And now we start to see Francesco work it on. And he's going to try to get to this. He does so. And the shot is in. It's a goal. It's a goal to a man who's deserved done. In Marcus Jamison. He's deserved one. Marcus Jamison. And all of a sudden, it is 3-2. And Baulkham Hills are in the contest. Well and truly in the contest now. As Nor has it. It's going to be turned over, and quickly, this is where Baulkham Hills start to look very dangerous. Hardy works it back into Collins. Collins. And at the end, Overton Sean is there. Bingham trying to work it on. Polostina. Well, Rob, he needs to do his best to get to it. At the end, he can't. And all of a sudden, they have to go back. Up to halfway. Play back there by Dowd. Bingham, turn it over, but at the end he couldn't do much on the turnover, but as I said, couldn't do much at the end. Score remains here, 3-2. They need something here to lift their spirits again, the Rockets, because Baulkham Hills in the last 5 minutes have showed why they can be that banana peel. They've got a lot to play for as well. The ball was worked on by Jamison, and trying to get to it was Bowery. He won't be able to at the end. It's been turned over, and again, chipped up the halfway by Meza. Meza booting it forward. And in position, Rob Palestina. Can he make it 4-2? Rob shoots, scores. A brace for him. And again, it's a 2-goal margin. And another chance again to make a hat-trick, and he does it! Palestina Rob. How good has he been tonight? He has been excellent. So this right side. Well, I've got to say, a foul will be called. Right call made there. It was Meza who put the shoulder in. Foul suffice. As this chilly afternoon continues to bring some good football at 4-2. I can tell you now, that sauna, will there be room for Luca? I'll tell you now, he'll be making sure he's warm and fuzzy when he gets home. Ball worked into the slot, it's headed down. There's Palestina. Rob found here support, but the offside flag will go up after the pass from Pascal Palestina to Bingham. About to see a substitution to be made. Now, coming onto the field will be in Spence Vallis. So Spence Vallis, it looks like, and coming off as we await. Okay, so it'll be Hanley to come off. So Hanley's coming off right now. He's just going a long way round, which is his want, of course, to make it easy so play can continue. I suppose is that option. As the ball goes out, will be another throw. Hope you're enjoying the action. Of course, your comments always appreciated. And getting all the comments coming through. Go Rockets. Go Robbie is one of the lines. Of course, he's had a good game. Rob Polestina. Here's 5-2, by the way. I think I may have said 4-2, but the amount of goals that have been scored, Robinson scored a hat-trick today. Here's another opportunity here. As Knorr looking for his second, but not to be. And the score does remain here, 5-2. So roughly 28 and a half minutes to go in this one. Looks like they might make another substitution here to Baulkham Hills. Looks like there will be Harrison Chalk that will come on. He does so now. So Harrison Chalk makes his way on. We'll confirm who's coming off as another change being made as well. Looks like Scalone is coming off. Sama's coming on. Now, Sama was supposed to start the game, by the way, but I was being told it was delayed getting to the venue. Things that happen, of course, in these competitions, which is something that you can understand being a purely amateur league, as the ball drops back here. And Polistano's looking for the fourth at the end. It hits the Euro sign, and it will be another goal kick. So as they have possession here, the Rockets. Scoreline here repeating is 5-2. Bingham loses possession. And now they start to roll forward here. The Rockets can't afford Baulkham Hills to come back into the contest. I know it's a 3-goal margin, but things can change in this game at rapid speed, so to speak, you go like the Rocket. As now we see Baulkham Hills have position here. Luke normally laughs at those jokes, but obviously he's that cold, he can't open his mouth up as Bowery worked across to the left. There was a slight laugh there, I heard, as Chalk has possession. And then at the end, it's Hardy that's trying to go forward, but the ball does go out. Don't forget, more action, of course, in the Hills competition tomorrow. Looking forward to the women's game that will be on. And not sure who's replacing Dave, but it will be Kellyville Colts against Winston Hills Blue. And that should be a sensational game, and looking forward to it. To you maybe calling it. I'll find that out, of course. As now we start to see the Rockets go forward. There's another chance. Well, nearly got himself in a bit of hairy-carry there at the end in Sama. As the ball's worked to the right side, it's Vallis. Then played back. And now it goes to halfway where Jamison couldn't hold it. Trying to come across there. But couldn't at the end. Was in Collins, as now we start to see Sama going forward. He was taking down the challenge. Found Polestina, and Rob Polestina works in a position. Nobody at the far stick. And the score remains 5-2. So as the ball was worked to half, or probably about 3/4 towards halfway, or quarter to halfway as the ball was worked back. A cold day, I can't even get my brain to function. As now it's Griffith, and Griffiths trying to work it down the line, but he couldn't find the support there in Bowery. As now Sama trying to get a pass on. Turned over. Griffiths, and Griffiths on this left side. They've got possession here to Baulkham Hill's side. As it will be, well, he tried his best to get a cross in Jamison, but the ball goes out for a corner. So they're going to have a chance off the set piece here. They went short, of course, and the ball drops back. Shot wasn't the best, but still a chance here for Collins! And that is what they need at Baulkham Hills, 5-3. And the goal-a-thon continues. Well, this game, it ain't over yet, 5-3. And this is fantastic. There's now Polestina working it back. Rob, of course, and Terranova worked it back and will let it go back as Meza. Bit of a mistake, and Terranova goes back to Overton. Sean Overton to the right. Samba trying to work it. He'll have position again. Now it's the middle. Oh, Polestina taking down the challenge, foul called. St. Noel. And then played on from Polestina. That was Pascal Polestina, of course. No foul called. And a yellow card given. Not happy with the challenge on Nor, it looked like. So I'll have another chance again here. Terranova dropped it down, but the keeper makes the save. Score remains here. 5-3. It is a goal-a-thon here in this one. Foul called. The challenge there on Marcus Jamison. The ball is played down here to Jamison. Jamison again. What will we do here? The ball is worked. It will have to be cleared away quickly. And it is so. Did a good job, Meza. But still, Baulkham Hills have yet another chance. quickly will be shut down in the shape there of Connor Overton. But still, turnover, Baulkham Hills, another chance into the mixer. Nearly a scuff mistake. Looks like that he nearly made a bad error, Dowd, but not the case. But nearly it was. As now, they'll move forward once again. Sava, chance, no, saved once again. You can see there's a chance looming here. They want this elusive goal. It's outside the area here. It's been turned over. Jamison played it back. Chipped up the line there by Vallis. It will be cleared away by the keeper in Casaniti. Kiridi. Coach not happy here. And a red card's been given. A red card's been given to the coach of the Rockets. You cannot believe this. You wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it. A red card has been given to the coach. He's now going to walk away. And I don't know if the camera's got that, but he blew a kiss to the Baulkham Hills staff. Obviously, that's to be a bit smart alecky. Anyway, we play on here. Don't take it. Play down. Meza tried to clear it forward. It's going to bounce the wrong way. Bingham back. And now they're starting to get some momentum. Hardy. And Hardy again to the right. Drops down. Well, Vallis couldn't do much with it. He'll try again. He does win the challenge against here. Dowd. And the ball goes past the goal line. And it will be a goal kick. Score here, just repeating, is 5-3. Now, it's outside the area. Trying to get to it, but couldn't. It was Nor. Will go out for a throw. So the lights starting to get turned on here in the broadcast area. Ball work to the middle. Terranova trying to chip it up on the right. Something teeing up here. It's got to be a chance brewing for another. Again, just not to be. Misses everything. The score remains 5-3. It was Rob Polistano again who had the chance. That time going begging. Just repeating the news. If you just joined us, the coach of the Rockets has been sent a red card. I repeat, a red card has been given to the coach of the Rockets. Ball worked across the face, over the top there of Vallis. Score here does remain the Rockets 5-3. Hills Premier League football. Live on this Saturday afternoon. Is now outside the area. Hardy. It's worked in. Shot. First time, well, not to be there for Collins on this occasion. There is chances brewing here. Reminder tomorrow, Kellyville Colts and Winston Hills Blue will be our game in the women's competition. Sunday football, the Hills Premier League is alive and kicking. As once again, ball goes to halfway. Couldn't get to it, Vallis. Still have it here. The Rockets is Bingham, and he loses it. Still, it is a chance. It's inside the area now. Paulistena in the middle. Sala, well, he's shot his best since he's come on. Samo, I should say. Since he's come on, but that one again not to be. As now again. Ball here sits on this right side. Goes back to outside the 18-yard box, but Hardy couldn't do much with it. And it will be saved by Anthony Castanedi. It's been a interesting game. Both sides have had their chances, fair share of chances. He's 5-3 in favour of the side that everybody expected a win tonight. And at the moment, he's looking likely it's going to go that way. The flag is up. Paulistena. Now the pass back there by Connor Overton. Paulistena and now Sama. He's going to get on this surely. Here's a chance. Beats the keeper. It's in. 6-3. He deserved that since he's come on. He's been absolutely pushing and prodding. He gets a lovely goal. That's the way the cookie's crumbling at the moment. Not the direction. But Baulkham Hills want it. They'll still push hard here in the latter stages, no question about it. It looks like their game is well and surely done. Ball worked back from Terranova. And Casanidi. So the lights starting to come on here. As you can see, this game played in twilight conditions. It's now Bingham. He's got a chance. And it's saved only just, but they're going to have another opportunity, and this time it's in. And guess who's picking up his fourth goal? Rob Paulistina. Well, it was bound to happen. If Bingham was going to score, they did their best to dig it out, but Rob Paulistina was always going to get another. He's been on fire today. He has been exciting to watch. Both Paulistinas have, but Rob, with his goal-scoring ability, has been terrific. Give him a lot of credit for his performance tonight. He'll be happy. As now change being made, coming onto the pitch. Here, substitution. We'll pick that up shortly. As I don't think Paulistina's night's done, by the way. I think he's got another goal here coming. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine we see another goal for Paulistina? He's been great, Rob. He has been awesome to watch. 4 goals today. So Rob has it now. And here's a chance again. The shot is safe first time. Well, Bingham had a good ping. Goes back to Vallis. As the ball goes out. Now, is there another opportunity here for Baulkham Hills? Don't think there is. There's a drop ball. And the ball chipped past the keeper, but it'll have to be cleared away. Good job done at the end by Sean Overton. Go out for yet another corner. We just need to capitalise on this one. Time, as I said, ticking in this one. Back again next week for more football. Find out during the week on the Hills Football Premier League page for what game we will be covering. Beating here 6-0. Around about 5 minutes remaining here. So 6-1 Oh, no, sorry, 6-3 to score. 6-3 to score. And about 5 minutes remaining, as I said. Sava nearly pressured, but he's able to beat one defender. Works it back in the middle. And a shot by Nor saved. Things start to die down a little bit in this contest. As I said, tomorrow, Kelville Colts and Winston Hills Blues will do battle in the women's competition. Back again next Saturday for the men's. Some more changes being made here. About to see Tuma come on. So Tuma's on. I think you'll find coming off, or off already, is Aidan Nor. Another substitution as well. Canales, I think it is, coming on. Christian Canales. So 2 substitutions being made here. So a bit of time here. Some discussions are being made here. Not sure what the situation is. Don't know what it has to be about. Not sure from up here. Don't know if it's in regards to players or something. Pascal Paulistano's coming across. Cassius about to make his way on. I don't know what's going on here. I think there's a bit of confusion and conjecture. I don't know what else could be said here. I really don't. So Cassius is coming on here. I think, okay, I think I know what's happened here. So Cassius comes on, but a man who thought that he was going to get a go in Canales I don't think he's on the team sheet. I think that's what they're trying to get at. I think that's the case. Again, not sure. From up here, we can only speculate, but that's all we could say really. I'm to be honest, as I said, not sure. There's a foul there on the far side of the ground. Winston Hills and Kellyville tomorrow. That's the women's game. You'll be able to watch all of the action from 3 p.m. on Hills Football Premier League on Facebook. Last couple of minutes are going to be very interesting. Bingham, can they put another goal in? Goes to Dowd. It's cleared away. Trying to remember our goal scorers here. I think it might be 7. Luca and I are both looking at each other. It's a confusion. We have seen 4 goals from one player, so probably is 7. I'll have to get that checked afterwards. Just going by the score board on the screen, of course. No scoreboard here at the venue in operation. So going off memory here. Meza clears it. So the ball's outside the area. I think it is 7-0. I think I said 7-0. 7-3. It is. Just getting that confirmed. As I said, working with our scoreboard here at the venue. So up. As here's a shot from Bingham. Goes wide of the mark. So time ticking in this one. Comments praising Rob Polostina. It's been a great game for him tonight. Just waiting for the whistle here in this one. Late in the piece. As trying to get a shot away there was Collins. Comes back, it's outside the area. The cross comes in. Save was made there by Castanedi. Whistles in the mouth, that's it. The game is over. 7-3, it has ended up 7-3. A victory there for the Castle Hill RSL Rockets, defeating Baulkham Hills. Myself, Nicholas Klitniak and Luca, it's good night here from Valentine Sports Park. And a reminder, tomorrow it will be Killerville Colts and Winston Hills Blue to do battle on the Women's Comp at 3 p.m. On behalf of myself and the team, it's good night from Valentine Sports Park. Bye.